Pastor James, I think there's no greater sadness in this equation than Christ realizing those at the table. There's one who has already set out to betray him. The one doing the most talking will deny him. And the others who are holding their peace will desert him. Nothing more sadder than to know that those with you are not for you. Tell a neighbor, say, if you don't have my back, then why are you hanging around? I don't understand why you would rather be with me, but you're going to do nothing to help me when I need you the most. I don't need you to help me spend my money, but I may need you when I have no money. It's amazing, Pastor James, you can always find folk to deplete you, but very few folk willing to restore you. Is there a witness? Tell a neighbor, say, I don't know about you, I'm tired of shady folk. I'm tired of shady saints. And I'm tired of lip service. I'm looking for folk who can contribute when needed the most. I'm looking for folk who are going to be there when I need them and not talking about me when there's a need. Nothing is more sad than to realize I'm leaving the table only to go into the garden with individuals who are not going to pull their own weight. The Bible says here now, he will leave the Mount of Olives, and in leaving the Mount of Olives, he would approach a place called Gethsemane. But Pastor Marlowe, before he reaches there, 8 would be dismissed. He says to 8 of his disciples, you stay here. But then he looked at those who had been trusted to witness the transfiguration, James, John, and Peter, and says, come with me a stone's throw away from these 8 who I know I can't trust with an hour of agony. Touch your neighbor and say, sometimes you can't pray for me, but can you hold my hand through prayer? I know sometimes you can't understand what I'm praying about, but can you just sit with me in prayer? Touch your neighbor and say, I need you to be there sometime. The Bible says he takes with him Peter, the 2 sons of Zebedee, and as he's walking, there's an illustration here. It says he began to be sorrowful. And when you look at the particular term of sorrowful, it means weighted down. Pastor Marlowe, looking at a commentary recently, it illustrates this event as he actually stumbled while walking in the garden. He had yet to offer a prayer, but his body language began to bear witness of the strain and stress he was under at the actuality of the suffering within hours. He realizes, I'm within a few hours of the most painful experience of my 33 years of existence. I wept earlier when I saw Israel's disbelief because they did not know their visitation. I even wept in Bethany when I was told of Lazarus' death. But now, without a tear, I can't stand because I'm going to a cross for those who refuse to receive me. John said he came unto his own, and his own. Is there a preaching church here? Came unto his own, and his own received him not. Touch your neighbor and say, I'm dressed up and I don't look like what I'm going through. But I know what it is to live with rejection. I know what it is to be over the top because I'm camouflaging my rejection. I know what it is to dress up because I spent a lifetime being unaccepted. So now I go the extra mile for a compliment. But the realization is secretly I'm living with rejection. My father rejected me. Maybe my mother rejected me. Maybe my peers rejected me. But Christ, being the perfect Son of Man, as much as he was God in the flesh, he was a man also affiliated with the emotions of the human spirit. So now he realized, Pastor James, what lies ahead of him within hours. And the stress of it reduces him to a staggering, stuttering man who appears to be intoxicated. And he is intoxicated, but not with strong wine, but intoxicated with the realization, I'm about to give my life for those who don't deserve my life. I've spent 3.5 years moving throughout the Galilean region, and all they wanted from me was what was in my hands. But they're still unprepared for what's in my heart. Anybody know what it's like to go the extra mile because of what's in your heart? Any parents here know what it is to make sacrifices because of the love you have for your children. Sometimes you will go without getting your due done so your daughter can get her due done. You'll go without the tips so that she can get her tips done. Some of you gentlemen here don't know when was the last time you bought a new pair of sneakers for yourself, but your son has the latest Jordans or whatever is popular today, all at the expense of your hard work because of the love you have for your child. That's why it's so disheartening when a child becomes disrespectful, because they are unfamiliar with the hidden struggles that you have endured to provide for them. Is there a witness? Is there a witness?